I met a gypsy.
They care about they care about their friends and athletes and family so much, and that is such an important thing for anyone, I think. Like, if the love's there, like, everything is, kind of thing.
Dude, it's fucking crazy with them too. Like, like the friends of Red Bull, there's like a network of people that are friends of Red Bull that don't, like, I don't have a Red Bull hat, but I'm like a friend of Red Bull, and man, I get looked after with those guys. Like, and it's just little shit, like
it's as little as like a text messaging saying like, hey Jace, would you like some cans or something, like,
and
it's as little as someone looking out for you.
And just like planting an idea. Hey, have you ever thought about this? I actually haven't. Well, perfect example, dude. So this podcast was supposed to go down while you were last year still in New Zealand. But we couldn't end up getting it happen. But Red Bull were the ones that were going to make that happen, So there's this whole universe surrounding Red Bull that I don't even think that many people kind of know about, of like, there's so many people behind the scenes that are like kind of pulling strings in different ways to like get people together and to like link different people to cross different disciplines, and it's almost like that's the more important part.
That's, to me as a person, that's the most important part. It's like, there's no way I'd be in my position right now if it weren't for a few specific people within that company. Like, they've, especially one of my main dudes, Kyle, he's like, if it weren't for Kyle, I don't think I'd be riding right now. Like, he's really, and it was as little as, hey, can we help you with a doctor? Like, and I felt like shy kind of saying yes. I was like, oh, maybe you can help. And it's seriously gone from that to like, to what it is now. And it's so, could never thank those guys enough. It's been insane.
It's cool, man. And I think it's definitely worth talking about in a guy like your case. And again, like, I've been so close with Bereman since 2010 was when we first met. And like, to see the same thing, like, there's this unlikely dude that so many people like wouldn't really have given a chance to, and then it's like, you give that guy a helmet and you give him a bit of access to the checkbook, and all of a sudden what's in his brain is now in all of our brains. Like, I can't unsee some Bereman shit. You know what I mean? Like, that classic example is that fucking Farm Jam whip, dude.
Fully.
That
flying past upside down,
gets that helmet, and then it's just like, that was everywhere, dude. And it's like,
and by them just doing that, that's just completely changed his life.
And that'll change motorcycling.
Fully.
That's two wheels different now. Because of, a sponsorship.
100%.
And it's not like it doesn't come from Tyler, right? But it's like, Tyler was doing the same shit for a really long time,
it's just
but without the backing and without like your Sound of Speed, that was like the first project that you dropped with them, and it was fucking crazy, like, you can't make that happen without those guys.
No way. And it's the fact that they're so open to letting us be ourselves and push it in ourselves, that like, every other company I've ever dealt with has pretty much been like, they expect a certain result, where Red Bull have 100% trust and backing in me to do what I want to do, and they trust me that I'm going to provide them. It feels like it's pretty it's a pretty special feeling, eh?
Yeah, dude, no, for sure, man. And I just think like, the crazy to watch which way it could have gone. If Red Bull isn't around,
Fully. Well, there's a whole new discipline of riding that I'm trying to kind of unlock at the moment, that I know that they're backing and they're going to be on board with. And I know that if I tried to do it without them, I would just get looked at like a weirdo. And it's to do with all that chainless stuff, and it's kind of a whole new style. It's me being myself with the bike that I want to be, and having them being able to make people listen, because they're like, if Red Bull are backing it, it's probably actually going to be, people listen. And it's, I'm pretty excited for the next year or so. I think it's going to, with their help and their backing, we're going to do some pretty crazy stuff that I don't think I ever would have been able to achieve without.
Yeah, and that makes sense, and like that's the hallmark of those guys. Like, fuck, I wish more people would do it. You know, it's not like you have to be Red Bull to do that with athletes. No. You know, like you could be anyone and go to your athletes. Like, dude, do you, bro?
Fully. I think the whole social media side of it and the way that sponsors are changing a lot, because it's not a lot of riding or any action sports isn't so much performance based anymore. So I think it will start going in that direction, but it's kind of just the start of that evolution.
Yeah. What was the Sound of Speed project like? Because that's your first one, and I mean, I know the pressure that I've felt when I'm doing that style of project with Red Bull. Like, there's a fucking lot. Like, you want to make that shit clap.
Yeah, I think so. I really wanted my first project to be like, well, Remy did deserve that helmet kind of thing. That was like the one I was like, I have to ride this really well because I want people to see why they're backing me and why I'm being who I'm trying to be kind of thing. And it was a lot of pressure on myself, and it went from, there was talk of doing like a build or maybe trying to do something like what we've just done here this past week, and then it kind of, just with all the current situations with travel restrictions, it ended up just being at Skyline in the Queenstown Mountain Bike Park. And I was like, all right, we can do it, but it has to be like really good, because it's not like people haven't seen that bike park before, you know?
Yeah.
It's like nearly every pro rider has dropped an Instagram edit in that bike park on standout features, which a lot of the stuff that I filmed were standout spots. Like, they're not, and you can't really get away from them, because the way that I like riding is this, a lot of the time other people like riding, and that's what's been posted a lot. So it was a lot of practice. I reckon I was riding in the park for like every day for about 3 months, doing push runs in winter, trying to learn some bits and pieces when the park was closed, and trying to like really figure it out.
That's sick.
And it wasn't even like so much for others, but it was like, you know, when you've ridden something so many times, I know if I've ridden it better. Yeah. Like, I'll hit a jump and be like, oh, I have hit that better. Whereas in that video, I wanted it to be like, for myself, I hit every single thing. Like, every single clip in that whole edit, I reckon I pushed, like, whether it was a close-up or a long distance, both of those versions, I would have pushed at least 10 times. And, like, yeah, every single section, every single, like, clip of a corner would have been, like, a good 20 runs of that corner before we got the right one. And I was like, it was because I wanted to make sure that I hit it, like, better than I ever have, so that it did stand out to people and be like, whoa, he rode that good.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.